Nice.
Ready? Everyone clap on 3.
All right, 3, 2, 1. That's pretty good.
Stunning.
Come on, that was pretty
That
together.
was really good.
Right, we have gathered here on a very special evening. It's a Sunday, the Sunday before we all move out. We have Ella Reback on the left. I will go to Callum last because he is a special guest. Adam Robinson, Tim Price, Katie Burden, and Callum Parker, who has been a recent
Honorary
member of
the
the
magical sixth member. Parker. Yeah.
15 Dorset Road at N227SL.
15D.
Come and find
Nice.
us.
What a special place we've all lived in.
We've all lived there.
For
How
the
long
last-
have we all lived here?
So 3 years me, 3 years
3
Katie,
years, yeah.
2 years Tim,
Nearly 2 years.
nearly 2 years.
Nearly
And
two.
One and a half
nearly.
years.
One
Yeah,
and a half
well,
years
close
in.
enough.
Callum like about 6-ish months.
Yeah, something like
Let's
that.
say 6-ish months.
Half a year.
It's been a
Half a
special
year.
time.
What a half a year it's been.
Yes, we've all gathered here in the upstairs attic, which is a quiet place. Where we are,
Well, apart from tonight.
apart from
Tonight was not
Yeah.
quiet.
not
The
quiet.
opposite.
We can all take a breather. Whew. 'Cause it's been a loud one.
Yeah, I feel pretty weird.
It is 11:32 p.m. Whew, how are we all feeling out of 10?
12.
9.
9?
Whoa.
9. I feel like an 8.5.
8.5, that's good. 12 is just, it's
12's
unrealistic.
12's a lot. 12 is a
Let's be
lot.
Yeah, no, I
honest.
feel,
I
I
can't really
feel
get better than that.
pretty fantastic.
Felt a bit weird a second ago.
Yeah, no, that but good weird.
Oh, good.
Good weird.
Alright, fine.
Really good weird.
Oh, yeah.
15 for the door.
Yeah,
50. Come on.
It's the number of the house.
Yes.
About an hour and a half ago,
15.
we were having a.
Come on, everybody
Get
else
your tats
is-
out. Get your wax out.
I've got to take my trousers off.
Yeah,
Well,
do
that's
it.
fine.
Come on, do it. For the still.
For the still.
I'll happily take my trousers off.
Yeah, about 50.
Alright, hang on,
Not for
wait.
the first
Everybody
time.
put them away. Everybody put them away.
Yeah.
Alright.
What?
Am I wearing bad pants? No, they're
No,
alright.
that's fine.
Where's
They are
the
quite
tattoo? Is it
small.
on your bum?
It's on
No,
my
no,
neck.
no,
It's not
it's
on my
on
bum.
About an hour and a half ago, we were having a roast.
Funny.
So let's just, an hour and a half
Way
ago,
too
is
nice
that fair
be
to say?
good.
It was about an hour and a half.
Okay, right.
Get your
3,
tats out for the
2,
lads.
1.
Tats out, wax
Yeah.
out.
That's out. Sorry, Callum, you're not in the
Come
club.
on.
15.
Represent.
How are
Represent.
you going to
Member.
edit this guy?
I will.
Put it together.
Whew.
Okay, well,
It's quite an emotional time.
It is an emotional time.
I nearly cried when we were making our roast today.
Yeah,
I thought you
genuinely.
started crying at one point. I was like, oh shit, Ella's gone. I started eating you.
Jesus.
Genuinely, it is an emotional time.
It is.
Mm.
I wasn't like actively saying it, but I was texting my friends about, like, I felt kind of weird about it. Like, it was really happy. It was a celebration, but at the same time, it was
Bittersweet.
very bittersweet.
Yeah.
It's like it's the end of
An era.
like a really really special era.
Yeah, I told Lizzie we're moving out this week, and she like her eyes just like watered.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's strange. It's bizarre. It's like,
Yeah.
it's home, but in a way that's more than.
More than what's
More than the average person.
way more than
Oh,
average.
definitely.
Yeah.
This isn't just
Yeah.
somewhere where we all live. This is like.
Like, I don't just
Oh,
feel relaxed. I feel like welcome. I feel like
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you know that every single person I brought into this house has said the same thing.
yeah, no, it's like an open forum. You just do whatever you want, and everyone's like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
And even friends that have only been here like once or twice, they're like,
Wow.
Yes,
Believe it,
same,
moving out.
exactly.
Yeah.
like you guys.
That's
have
what
so much fun.
like my friends from home. You guys have all met them a couple of times. When I told them, you know, this is coming to an end. We're going to move on. We're going our separate ways. Everybody was saying, oh, really? Like you're gonna
Yeah.
you're gonna leave that behind. You're gonna.
leave
Yeah.
No, it's strange. It's really strange. It's
Which
like
is-
a
We're
weird.
just putting it on pause until we build the commune.
Yeah.
It's just
Essentially, it's
a little
what's happening.
pause. We're gonna go off and do different
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. We all need to just like collect money and
Yeah,
Money
yeah.
for
We're gonna all go gather money.
and then
Hunter gatherers.
The Cornwall commune.
Yeah.
Cornwall
Cornwall
commune.
commune.
Alright,
Yeah,
big
yeah.
patch of land.
Yeah.
We'll all build little huts. We'll get really weird.
We'll do it up. Just get loads of balloons, float the house to the coast,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we're all just gonna
Oh my God.
lose our wives. No.
Share it, wives.
Yeah, sure.
That's the community we're going.
That is the community.
Full Marilyn Manson vibe.
How do you feel
Marilyn Manson.
coming into this place?
Well, actually, first of all, I would say the only person that would be able to wiggle their way into the dynamic.
Yeah, no,
Oh, yeah.
The only possible sixth person
Yeah,
in the collection.
Yeah.
absolutely.
I'm like George Martin of the Beatles. No, it's special. It really is, and it's sad to see it go, but it adds up in some time. It's
It did.
do it on a high.
Yeah, absolutely.
Literally.
Yeah.
I'm just. The only thing that's actually sad is that I don't know if I'll get to see the end of that Luton van around the corner.
Oh yeah,
I don't
the
know-
Luton
I don't know how that.
the Luton
You've
van.
seen it all smashed up. haven't
Yeah, it's
you?
all smashed up. But
That's
I,
a really good
getting
point.
more
Do you know?
smashed day
You know
by
it's
day.
how smashed up it is. You know the 2 bricks are still on the floor. Have you seen them? Every time,
They're like communal bricks. that
every time I
someone
walk
walks
past, I clock the 2 bricks and I think, should I have a go?
I'll put a picture of it.
No,
I'll
because
put a
that
picture of it
adding
as a bit of
to the
No,
context.
yeah,
No.
but on our last day,
Last day,
Let's
maybe.
do it.
on our last day, on the next Sunday, we clean the house.
And
We
we
get
sm-
really smashed. We go
Have
down
the
the
big,
road.
Have the big takeaway.
We throw rocks at the Luton. Come on, it's
That sounds great. That sounds great.
It's perfect.
Of course, that all makes so
Yeah.
much sense.
Well, if it's the last day, might as well just fucking torch it.
We actually could.
what if there's someone inside?
No,
Because we still don't know if there's anyone
Wait,
inside.
wait, no, we had that moment. We had that moment. We
had
We're
had
all
that
going
moment.
to prison together.
Wait. Coco,
No, like me
tell
and,
us about the moment.
oh my gosh, me and Tim were like walking past it. This must have been like a long time ago.
So
you passed me the-
wait. For context, at the end of our road, for maybe the
That's the one
last
I've got.
year, I don't even know. There's been a van.
Timbo, do you need-
Yeah, lovely. There's been a van that was parked at the end of our road for the longest time, and it was just left there. And it was a space that we all used to park our cars in. But since the van's been there, we can't park our cars. We all had to buy permits, annoyingly.
Two tickets I've had there.
Mine cost
£180.
£200 to buy a permit for the road.
Same as.
It's a joke.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a van at the end of the road. It's been abandoned.
Yeah, and then me and Tim walked past it once, and then we were like, "What the fuck is this? Let's just like have a little go, let's just try and open the door. Let's just have a little twinkle. Let's see what's happening." Anyway, we were like trying to open the door, just nits and cracks and whatever. And then all of a sudden, the van started just like knocking around. We were like, "Okay, we need to go right now." And me and Tim started walking like away from it, and some fucking geezer. Just like, we don't know how he got out or in because the whole thing was just
Did you
shut.
actually see? I didn't realise you actually saw.
There was a dude fully in there.
Fully in there.
As we were walking down the road, dude got out the van.
I didn't realise he got out. I thought he was just sort of.
No, yeah,
Did
we
he
saw
say
the
anything? Was it-
suspension walking around
yeah,
as he was fucking getting to the back and climbing out.
Jesus.
And we were hightailing it down the
We were
road.
like, we don't need this. We don't need this interaction.
Who is it that's in there?
Well,
he's not in there anymore.
What is the council doing when this Luton van is still there?
Yeah, exactly.
I have literally complained to the council twice. Okay.
No, come on.
And that's a lot.
I've seen
2 emails.
I've seen something on their
Price.
window. It said like, "This vehicle is untaxed." Yeah, no shit. But it was like they just rip it off the window.
Well,
It's like, they've won. They've won.
it
They
had,
just fucking knock it off the window.
it had a
stays
thing
there.
on its wheel. It had like one of those locks and
Yeah.
it got removed.
What are they called?
A clamp.
Clamp. It had a clamp.
A lock.
It had a clamp on the wheel
And it got
for
removed.
like a month, and then the clamp went, and the van didn't. The van just stayed there.
That's
So
great.
matey fucking took the clamp off. See you later.
Fuck
Parked
it.
the van there
I
and
was
left
going to get
it.
to work, otherwise.
But
Well, the
he's
van
moved,
doesn't
he's moved the
fucking
clamp, yet the van remains
The
still.
van remains.
Do you know who I reckon did it? Harjab.
Yeah,
Harjab Bao.
Oh, Joe.
Could you
Harjab.
imagine?
Satan.
Name and shame.
Satan
him.
himself.
Name and shame.
He owns this property, by the way. If you're watching this, fuck you.
That's why, because you've been on the contract. You've
Not
been
even
lived
a-
here for like nearly
2 years
2
there, and I've never lived here.
You never
In the
lived.
eyes
Oh
of the
yeah,
law.
actually. Do you
Neither
know
have
what?
I.
You're about to move into a
You
house
haven't either.
Yeah.
where you will be on the contract for the first time in 2 years. By the way, I don't know how that works because you obviously can't get a reference.
Yeah.
They've asked me for a landlord reference, and I've said, I'm sorry, I don't really speak to the landlord.
Yeah.
I don't know what you've done. But you're actually going to be on the
Parents.
contract.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to live in a property for the first time in 2 years.
I've quite enjoyed being off the grid.
Yeah, no, very
I feel like
often.
I'm some
Quite
kind of
literally.
fugitive. I feel like I'm Harrison Ford in the 80s flick.
You just need to put Tim's hat on and then you will be right.
Yeah, honest.
That's true.
I mean, you did have a. Where's your cowboy hat? Yeah,
Where is my cowboy?
Yeah, where is your
Wait,
cowboy
let me
hat?
see my
Oh,
cowboy.
it's
My
on
cowboy. Tell you what, keep yours.
All right.
I'll give it to you.
Honestly, it became my cowboy hat this
Every
summer.
time I'm just like, where's... It happened earlier today when we were trying to dress.
Yeah, that's
for
why I
the
came
bloody
upstairs.
soiree.
And I
Oh, where's
said,
the hat?
where's
It's
the
gotta be
cowboy
in this
hat?
room.
And Ella just pointed to it and it was on the floor. It was ready to go.
That's
We spent 15 minutes looking for the cowboy hat.
It's been in my room since
he
the
was
since
really
the party.
panicked.
It was.
I was
been
honestly
since the
scared.
party.
Well, because me and Tim were going to have pre-drinks in my room before we came.
No, we did for about
We literally had like
4 minutes.
Was it 4 minutes?
I've
about
got
4
a
minutes.
connection. I've got a connection with that
Yeah, we had
hat.
pre.
We sat in the
you went
two
to a
armchairs.
festival this
Oh, I
summer.
love it.
And we took
Yeah.
photos
Times
of each
together.
other, taking a photo of each other.
Yeah, wearing cowboy hats. It was lovely.
It was pretty sick.
How many parties have we had here? So we had
Four.
5.
Oh,
Yeah,
five,
yeah,
including
five,
yours,
five.
including
Oh, yeah, your
yours
one.
that I
The
won.
tracksuit.
So
Let's rank the parties.
Okay,
No, no,
right.
no.
In order.
No, no.
Sci-fi.
Sci-fi.
Halloween.
Well, sci-fi / Katie's birthday.
Yeah. it's-
Yeah.
No, sci-fi was
It
Katie's.
was a birthday party.
Sci-fi, Halloween.
Happened to be
Yeah.
sci-fi themed.
Christmas.
Coco's birthday.
No, Christmas.
No, we're
Christmas was a
missing
soiree.
We're missing one.
No. So sci-fi, Halloween was next.
Yeah.
Coco's, random August one. 2 months
Random
ago.
themeless party that
Yeah,
was like
themeless.
Oh, yeah.
sort of
That
an
was
hour
meant to
party.
be. It was
kind
meant to
of.
be the last one, but it wasn't the last.
It wasn't the last
And
one.
then-
And
then we
then
had this one.
And then
End
we,
of the world.
End of the world.
so sci-fi, Halloween,
Halloween.
Coco.
tracksuit / Coco,
Oh yeah.
random
Random.
Tracksuit
themeless
and Coco is
party,
the same thing.
themeless party.
Themeless party
That
was
was
quite
the best
good. It was
one.
quite
No, it was good.
That was honestly.
Was that the
quite
Christmas one I'm thinking about when there was in the bathroom there was like the giant snowman?
No,
No,
that was
that
Halloween.
That was Halloween.
That was how
You would think that was Christmas.
Okay,
yeah,
the
no, you
giant
would.
snowman. But that was Halloween.
That's brilliant that you think that.
No,
was
I think.
Also, where the fuck is the snowman? We've been
Oh,
looking for it.
I think
ever
we
since.
must have thrown that away.
No, it's in
None
the
of
house
us
somewhere.
would have thrown
Nobody's
that
throwing that away.
Okay.
When Ellie was over the other day, she commented. She went to that bathroom. She came back and she was like,
Where's the snowman?
"What's going on with the? Do you guys just leave the bathroom like that?" I was like, "Yeah, no, sorry, it's sort of a thing. I don't."
Yeah, it's
I
not-
really
I'm
apologise.
I'm quite proud of it because I made it.
Yeah,
No,
yours
but
it
it's-
stayed
no,
forever.
no,
The
stayed
bathroom
forever,
forever. It's slowly deteriorated.
It has
in
deteriorated.
quality, but no,
So
it's
okay,
good.
I personally think so. It's the Halloween, then it's the end of the world, then it's sci-fi tracksuit, or maybe tracksuit is actually the last.
Wait,
Because
is this going down?
In preference.
preference.
Yeah.
Best
Halloween.
to worst.
Halloween was mental.
Mental.
Halloween.
However,
Might
when
be
it
too much.
ended, me and Ella were the only people left up, and Ella turned the music off, and I was slowly like ushering. People
I was here.
Yeah, yeah.
At 2:45, like.
You were so
I was so ill.
Oh, you were fucked.
I was
Oh,
so
yeah,
ill. Do you
you
remember?
were ill for like a few days.
I was.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
I haven't been ill since then, so maybe something happened. So maybe I got the.
Now you're
It's
immune.
shedding its skin.
It was honestly, I had the heater on. Lizzie was next to me, like, what the fuck is this guy? I was like,
This guy over here.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah,
No.
you were. You were a bit funky all day.
Ella, when we
Yeah, I
kicked
was not
everybody
good.
out,
No.
I did not recognise anybody in our house.
I walked out at that point. I was like, I don't know, like 80% of the people.
I was ushering
In
a
the
bunch
house.
of strangers to the
Yeah.
door.
The front door was open.
I
There was just
closed
like,
the door on them, and I felt like I've
I
never
was-
seen them.
There was
I
like
was
30
not
people
happy
just
that
out the
day.
front
I
door.
was
Door
not
wide
happy.
open.
Yeah, yeah,
Just-
yeah.
I was just walking out like, who are you?
Yeah,
what are you
yeah.
like?
What are you
Fuck,
doing
yeah.
here?
Yeah.
That was wild.
that was very fun though.
That
It was a lot
that
of fun.
party was
That was the
good.
best party.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah, there was.
when I tell people about the parties at this house, that's always the one that sort of like takes the lead. But
Yeah.
actually, the ones
That we all enjoyed the
yeah,
most.
yeah, the
Yeah,
ones
yeah.
since
The one
have
with
been
all
a
our-
little
with
bit
all of our
calmer.
friends, basically.
Yeah, with our friends
Yeah.
have been so much better.
Yeah.
Okay, let's favorite party around the room.
Oh,
Go on,
very
yeah.
difficult. I mean,
Go on, I don't mind him first.
Oh, I don't know, because the last one I loved because of how fucking awesome the house looked. Like aesthetically,
Go on.
yeah.
I've got to say that one just because.
Okay, end of the world party.
End of the world.
For me, I think maybe the sci-fi party because it was my first like foray. Before I came here, not interested in house parties whatsoever. But we threw that first party and I was like,
This is
fuck,
great.
this is so much fun.
So sci-fi.
I think sci-fi, and I was dressed as a sick robot.
You were.
That
good.
was your
I'm
best
going to say
outfit.
Yeah,
sci-fi
yeah.
or themeless.
Sci-fi or themeless.
Yeah.
Themeless was.
Party
Yeah.
4.
Sorry, Halloween, just because
It was.
Yeah,
it
was
was.
just crazy.
Your
It was mental.
outfit, you two on Halloween.
Wait, what was your outfit? What was your outfit?
It was
Patrick.
fun Patrick.
Oh,
shit.
of course, I've got the great picture in the morning. Yeah, yeah.
I literally remember we played.
And then was that Futurama when I was Zoidberg and you.
No, no,
Oh,
no.
that was great as well.
That was
That was
sci-fi.
sci-fi when you were
Oh, that's
so
sci-fi.
I have
Okay,
that
okay.
amazing
And at
picture the
Halloween-
morning after.
Oh,
Was
that's
it
so
George
good.
that was toast?
No,
somebody came as Wally.
George was toast.
Who came as toast?
George.
Gabby was toast.
Yeah, his girlfriend was toast.
Yeah, no,
So
George
Gabby
was
Marmite,
Wally.
George was
Oh,
toast.
George.
No, was what?
No, George came as toast.
Wally.
He had a vest made of toast. I've got
No,
a
that
picture
was
of it.
Halloween.
Yeah, no,
George
it was
came
George
as
was
Wally.
Halloween, yeah, Halloween, yeah, yeah.
Sci-fi.
Halloween.
Yeah. And it's
So,
just
Halloween.
Halloween for the notoriety.
What's yours?
Halloween, but I really enjoyed Themeless if
Yeah.
that weird guy wasn't there.
Wait, which weird guy?
Oh,
The
tell us about
weird
weird guy.
guy that
No,
I
tell us about weird guy.
Yeah.
So here we go, big
Let's
tangent.
go.
I started kind of seeing this guy that I met on this dating app that's for like industry people.
Raya.
Raya, yeah.
Industry
Fucking
type.
Raya.
Oh, fuck, Ray. Okay.
The footballer.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not going to say who he is, but like.
Is it Luton Town?
Well, no. No.
Fuck Luton anyway.
Honestly, yeah. And
Yeah,
like,
no.
so we went on a date, and he was like, he was a bit weird on the date, just like.
But you had a good time with the date. It was.
On the date, it was fine. It was fine because he was
Yeah.
paying for everything. But like
That's
every,
nice.
he just had a really weird way of interacting. Like everything he would say was really sarcastic, but to the point where it just made me so uncomfortable. Like,
Right. A bit
He'd
condescending.
reply to everything like, yeah, and it was just
Well, like
fucking weird.
trying to put you down.
Yeah,
or
like, oh, all right, yeah, and what?
as a joke, or
Nah, that's just how he was. He was really strange, and he just had a really like off way of interacting with people. So while I was away, he kept messaging me like, "Hey, like when you come back, I really want to see you." I was like, "Why? Like I haven't seen you in maybe like 5 or 6 months. That's really weird." So I was like, "Fuck it, just come to the party." Not thinking he'd actually come because he's always in like Dubai or he's in fucking France or Italy, like playing fucking football. I was like, "He's not gonna come."
Yeah.
He showed up at the door and I was like,
Hello.
"Hello, you're really fit. Hey." And then
No.
he just started being so fucking weird and
Yeah.
everyone was like, "Who's this guy?" Because he'd come up to people and be like, "Who are you? Huh? What are you wearing?"
Wait, was this Halloween party?
No, this was
no,
the
no,
themeless party.
Themeless.
Themeless.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And he was freaking everyone
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
I didn't
he was
realise this happened.
Yeah, dude.
I remember him.
And then I had to
Yeah.
like send him home. I was like, "You're really freaking
Mm.
out. You need to leave."
No way.
Yeah, he was so weird.
Mm.
But Halloween was really good.
Yeah.
Halloween
was your
was-
first one, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
For end of the word for me, yeah, definitely. Because also it was my theme as well. So.
Iconic.
Yeah, it was also like end. It was end of an era. Also, like we all went so fucking hard on
Yeah.
the house.
I bought a bow.
You bought a bow. I set up monitors and things. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Monitors were
house
great.
looked insane.
If you came to
Yeah.
that party sort of as a visitor, you'd be like, yeah.
But I
I'm
feel
gonna-
like there were loads of visitors.
There was quite a lot by the end.
We were in a lot
So-
of fancy dress and everyone was just sort of...
Yeah.
Very.
That does
normal.
happen.
Yeah, no, but that's
sometimes,
fine. We're their spirit guides
Yeah. yeah.
through the world.
We're showing them
through the world
how
of the end
house
world.
parties should be done.
Should be
There's-
done.
No one does them.
Well, to this day, I've never been to a house party where anybody puts in.
Nah, never. It,
Yeah,
like,
like even like 20% of the effort.
Yeah,
yeah,
no, it's
yeah.
great.
People's reactions to the coffin. Oh my god.
Everybody fucking loved
Everyone.
it.
Everybody loved every bit of it. Like every room was insane.
Yeah,
And the fact that we had the garden with the beer pong. And
I had so many messages from people like, "That was so great. I had such a nice time." Or
It's-
people
it-
that didn't come, like, "What are you doing? Where are you?
People
What's
do
going
that
on?"
every year. They
Yeah.
fuck up every year.
And then we have people
Not
come
every
and view the
party.
house like 2 days later.
Yeah. I mean, Sunday was a complete write-off because
Sunday
all
was
of us were just like,
horrendous.
Or was it
we
fragile
all had a
mess?
struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was
Struggle
big time
bus.
struggle.
Yeah. That's probably actually the worst I think I've felt after.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I threw up the day after, which I don't think it's ever happened really.
Mm.
Yeah, it was awful. I remember me and Lizzie, my girlfriend, we both thrown up. Context. We were both thrown up at the same time. She was thrown up in the sink. I was thrown up
By
in
the
the
way,
toilet.
the video, the edit that you made,
Oh,
fucking
so good.
target her
Oh,
so
that video is incredible.
It's
but
so funny.
poor Lizzie gets it.
Lizzie gets it
so
pretty
hard.
bad.
Wow.
It's hilarious though. It's
Well,
so
she's
good.
my main point of contact.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
The clip that stands out, I've told people about the clip in your video of her on the toilet downstairs,
That is
talking about
so
how she's
funny.
peeing, and then the audio is so...
So
And,
loud.
and she goes. It's like a fire hydrant.
Yeah.
Sorry, Lizzie.
Yeah,
Shout
sorry
out
Lizzie, we've
Shout
all
out
seen
Lizzie,
it.
you nailed
We
that
all love
video.
it.
Yeah,
It
we
was
all love
fucking
it, don't
great.
worry,
It's
it's
a
great.
No, it's
Damn
Star of the
YouTube
video.
It's
Definitely.
So good.
yeah. I
You
mean,
need to insert chaotic clips.
yeah. I mean, you decided to go out with
Yeah.
So it's gonna come. It's part of the deal.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
part of the
Take
deal.
filmmaking.
Yeah, part of the deal.
Documentary filmmaking.
Fuck me.
That was such a great party. I'm not gonna
That was
lie.
a good one.
How do you?
That's a solid like second for me. I think.
Did I tell you, literally, when I woke up in the morning, I don't know, do you remember my mate Shay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got a thing about it.
So,
Oh,
literally, so
mate.
I went out just to get water when I first woke up in the morning, and then where the conservatory is, I literally was just getting water. I turned around and looked, and I couldn't see him, but I could just see a reflection in the glass, literally just stood there, just staring into the garden, just not moving, like at all, just motionless, just staring out like that. And I walked
What
into
time
it,
do you
just
reckon
turned, and I was like, "Yeah, right, mate." He was like, "Yeah, man, yeah," and just sort of like.
What time do you reckon that was?
Like 7 or 8, or I don't know.
Oh well, so far because I went to bed at like 6:30. Like me and Lizzie ended the party. We like got everyone out and whatever. And your mate Shay, it was like, I just spoke to Adam and like, it's fine. I'm just gonna like stay on the sofa just and wait for my train and that. And it's all right. I was like, yeah, man.
Did he look at you when he said this? Was he?
No.
Yeah. So when he said goodbye, he just couldn't look at me.
No eye contact. No, I was like, mate, yeah, it's fine. Because he was like 22 or whatever. I was like, mate, don't worry,
He's a
just
young
like
guy.
stay on the sofa. Whatever.
Who is this guy?
He's like one of
Adam's
Adam's
mate
like
from work.
colleagues
Oh,
from.
He was like a grand.
Anyway, so I came up here. And I was like, oh shit, let me just like go downstairs and just like turn the gas back on so we have some hot water in the morning. And I went downstairs like 20 minutes later. I've turned off all the lights. Yeah, all the lights. So I come downstairs, yeah, whatever, and I've got my flashlight on my phone. I'm just like walking through. I walk through the coffin and fucking that tunnel. and then I go to
Tunnel.
I go, you have to turn it right to the toilet. And I do that and I'm like, wait, what's that? And I look, and it's Shay walking through the kitchen in the pitch black, this space. He's going like this. To be honest, I don't really remember what I said to him. I was like,
That's so
he's like,
funny.
yeah, right.
Oh, Shay.
I was like, fuck me.
Shay is. Oh, I love that kid.
He's really nice.
He's so
He's
great.
really nice.
I just.
I
he
only
can
met
handle
him
it,
once,
shit.
but he seems fun.
He was very excited that a lot of us went to AEB. He was very excited that all of us went to AEB. I was like, yeah.
Is that where you went?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, he went to our uni. Yeah.
Fuck.
But years after we.
Yeah.
Like years.
Fuck. That's fun.
Good lad.
How do we think our lives has changed since we've entered this?
Oh Christ.
Well, I know you in particular.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
a
changed
huge
loads.
amount.
Yeah.
Oh my god, a huge amount.
Because before you came, you were working in B&Q.
Oh well, that's not even.
Go on, Tim. Give it all.
Give
I don't think that's even relevant. What I was doing to earn money, but since coming to London, but since specifically being here, I think I've changed so much.
Mm.
I think everybody here has taught me like a huge amount about individualism and like not really caring. It kind of doesn't matter what anybody else is thinking or feeling. You just do your own thing, and if you're happy doing it, then people gravitate towards you. But that's something that I didn't realise until I came here, until I met this crowd, that everyone just does their own thing, doesn't give a fuck, and then people just warm to them. Like, oh shit, that person's exciting, they're brave, they're doing their own thing, they wear what they want to wear, they do what they want to do, they're weird, and it's fine. And it's like, I grew up in a relatively kind of conservative place, in a conservative household. Nobody had an interest in like art or culture or anything modern. And I came here, and it's like all of that just fucking flush it down the toilet, forget about it.
Yeah.
Do your own thing, be bold, get some fun clothes. You fucking put your nice shoes on, who gives a fuck? You know? It's like, it's so much fun.
And it's not like you like don't give a shit about like
No.
kind of give a shit about the important like stuff that actually matters.
Okay, yeah. Care about relationships.
Friends. Yeah,
Care
exactly.
about the people that you have around you. Don't let anybody hold you back. Don't let anybody stop you from saying something you want to say. Say it, and then those who want to hear it, and they congratulate you, and those who don't, fuck off, see you later. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
There
Because
are
we
more
got each
people.
other, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's quite a safe environment.
But I didn't
where-
know any of that. I was so, I feel like, in comparison anyway, like, I'm still relatively reserved, I think, but in comparison...
Wearing cowboy hat.
but relative to coming here, I had no idea about any of that. I just came here, I was like, I barely set foot in London, you know. I'd barely thought outside the box or figured what I actually wanted to do with my life or whatever. I was just sort of going with whatever happened to me. And I came here and it was like this huge wave punched me in the face. Do what you want to do, say what you want to say. Anybody who doesn't want to hear it,
It doesn't
see you
matter.
later.
Oh.
It doesn't matter.
Or even if the, you know, they can still be around, but it doesn't matter. We're all just like
Yeah, exactly.
having a good time.
Just be brave.
in our 20s, because that's what 20s are about, you know?
Invaluable. I've learned so much. I've changed so much in 2 years and a little bit. So much.
Obviously, you've entered our friendship group.
Yeah, but mine
Rapidly.
Mine was a fun one. I was thrown into it big time.
Yeah, you're from the start. Go on.
Yeah. Well, so me and Tim worked on a job together pre-COVID. Pre-COVID. And then COVID happened and moved out from where I was living, moved back home. Stuck at home for
Not going great.
It was fine, whatever, but you know.
Do you remember
being back at home, whatever, it's like.
Do you remember Danny Boy when me and you used to drive around in the Luton, Kez's Luton?
Yeah.
And I remember me and you just sitting in the cab, and it was like the first time that we worked together a lot, but it was the first time you sort of like unzipped, let the guard down, whatever, spilt.
Yeah.
And it was like I felt like in the front seat of that fucking shitty van.
That place in Watford.
Yeah, that weird place in Watford, Innovation Park or whatever it was.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. It felt like we'd both had very similar years. We'd had like similar struggles. We were obviously seeing eye to eye on a lot of stuff, and things weren't going your way, right? It felt like things weren't going your way.
Definitely not. Well,
It felt like you just needed a break.
At that point, I was just sleeping on an air mattress in Harry's fucking lounge. Just like the whole time I was doing that job, just like, what am I doing? Where's it going? And then literally towards the end, after like saying all this stuff, of like, you know, this isn't going my way, blah, blah, blah.
A month of like hard times and struggle.
And then Tim just goes, oh, well, this guy just moved out of our room in my house that I just moved into. You can come and like check it out, see how it goes.
Yeah, I said a week.
Yeah.
I said just come, like we've got a spare room, just for a week, just see how it goes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just see what happens.
Nice.
And
I remember the week induction. Kate was like, yeah, this is a guy coming for a week. And I was like,
Classic case. Classic case. Oh, fuck's sake. Another person I've got to like deal with.
Yeah, 1 week is what it was meant to be.
And literally, I remember rocking up that first day and walking in. I remember I brought some beers as well. I was like, I'll just bring some beers. Offering some beers to Dan. Big and then just like chatting to a few people. I remember we were all sort of like hanging out in the kitchen a lot. And then we went outside and we had a cigarette or something. Maybe you had a spliff, I don't know. We were just hanging outside. And then we all sort of went in the lounge. And then we all just were like, let's just watch something. And then we just watched.
Oh, we played Twister. Didn't we not play Twister?
No, that wasn't the first.
Was that the first?
No. We watched,
that was Christmas.
We watched the Octopus documentary.
Oh!
That was
My Octopus Teacher.
My Octopus Teacher. Yeah, that was it.
That's so fucking...
That's a great documentary.
Yeah.
That is so good. Yeah, but then I remember just sitting there, like hanging out with you, like being like, yeah, these guys are pretty sick.
Yeah.
And then it's just gone, fucking like,
Besties.
it's literally. Nothing much.
Nice.
But
Innit?
yeah, homies for life.
Seriously.
For life, hands down. Like just
Literally.
some of the, and not even like just the group, but like everyone who we meet around them, the stuff we've gone and done.
Well, I mean, it's something
just-
about the collective that draws people in, like the greater sphere.
And like always, like one of my favourite things is like no matter who I happen to like walk home and someone's in the kitchen, if I've had like a crap day or something's going on, I can just literally speak to anyone about any of it, and I wouldn't change what I said about it towards any of you. I could just be completely open and just be like, this is what's going on, and everyone would just be like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna listen and say what I have to say about it.
Oh,
And
nice.
it's just-
That's very nice.
It's true. We're actually so lucky.
So lucky.
Sometimes I forget. Like,
Yeah,
how
no,
easy
definitely.
it is
Most
to
people
live,
don't have this.
Yeah.
like,
'Cause
at
I
all.
think were we chatting about this today about how easy things are in this house? That parties, for example. I think we spoke about the parties. Tim was like, "How cool is it that we all want to throw parties? We want the same kind of music. We want the same kind of vibe. All of the people we invite are all so nice to each other, and like."
And nobody objects. Nobody says, "Oh, hang on, maybe this isn't a good idea. Maybe we shouldn't do this. Maybe this is like bad for the neighbours." Everyone is like, "This is fun. We should do
Let's
this.
make it-
This is
Everybody
worth."
commit. Everybody put effort into it. We're gonna have a great time."
And we do.
And then it happens, and it's perfect.
Yeah, and I know that parties are a really good way for like all of our friends to come together. But like, It's wild. Like when my friends have met all of you lot, they've been like, Ella, I've never met a group with such amazing vibes, and I've never felt like
Same.
so
Yeah,
comfortable
they
around a
just
group of
click.
people.
Just
Yeah.
But
straight up.
like the average person doesn't just say stuff like that.
Mm.
Like people say that shit when they really mean it. So
Exactly.
like,
I've had my friends from home, like some of my closest friends that come here are boys that are not particularly emotional, and we don't like. I mean, I love them all to bits, but we don't share loads of stuff. But Isaac and Joe and Aaron have all set foot in our parties, and they've all like sort of briefly touched the circle, and they all understand like
What?
this is a strangely close like bunch of people. And as soon as I told all of them, you know, we're moving on, we're gonna change things. I need to be closer to work, whatever. Everyone's like, why are you changing that situation? What's going on? What's running through your head?
Yeah.
We can see how great that situation is. Why? Yeah, I don't know.
But I think we're all very confident that we're just going to continue it.
Yeah.
We're living separately.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I am.
definitely.
We've got a holiday. We've got a festival.
Yeah. What I love is the last 3 weeks, because I think you subconsciously know the end is coming. Because we're all just like whatever freelance, all good off. We're never ever all together. The last 2 weeks, pretty much every night, we're just sat next to each other, just like watching a film, watching TV, just like have to spend like every second with each other. Or like go to the cinema together, or just like watching whatever.
Yeah, that's a good
Making
point.
it-
Like tonight,
Tonight is
literally what we're doing. Like,
Yeah. Oh, so good.
Can we explain what we've done this evening?
Yeah, maybe we should.
Yeah.
So
Which is
we,
why there's
we've
lights flashing
been we've been
everywhere.
planning this all week, and I've been very
Yeah, from
excited
the
about today's roast. So we decided we're going to get together and make a massive roast, and just
Which
so
was
happens-
fucking amazing, by the way.
oh, the roast
Yeah, it
was
was
big
very
roast.
Right.
That was a
Amazing.
good one.
We just topped things up. We set the bar so high, and we actually reached it. And then we thought, fuck it, let's have a club night in Coco's room. Hence this.
Hence the smoke, baby.
You can cut some footage in because I've got probably 1,000 clips on my phone.
Go on, keep going.
That's the smell of.
Anyone need a beer?
parties.
Timbo, you need a beer.
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
Thank
and,
you.
Alan, do you need a beer?
Yeah.
now we're here, and we thought, fuck it, let's do a podcast as well. Because this one, he's wanted to do a podcast with the whole house.
Yeah, I have been
Yeah.
wanting to,
And
but
this
I
is the
feel like
only
it's
time.
come naturally to
It has
Yeah,
come
yeah, this is
naturally.
perfect.
This is the
This
only
was the
time.
day.
This was the day.
Yeah.
What about you, Katie? You're the first one to
I'm
move
the
up.
first one to move.
How?
Oh, yeah, no, say about that. Tell us about that.
Because you're the first one to sort of feel
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, I've been sad in my room all day. As I was like taking things down, the walls were empty.
I
It was
came
sort
to
of
see
like-
you when I was sad, but you were sort of napping. And I didn't really know what to do. I was in the kitchen and we were dancing to the Bee Gees, and it was really fun. And then I just had this like huge feeling wash over me, like, hang on, Katie's not here. What's going on? And I came up to see you, and you were so tucked in the doofy. I was like, I can't really intervene. I don't know what to do.
Mm.
I'm excited to move,
Yeah.
for sure, but this house has been life-changing.
Mm.
Yeah.
Definitely.
How's it all felt? Just like taking your stuff down, like putting everything back to boxes and like.
Yeah, sad.
Yeah.
I saw your poster in the
Very
hallway
sad.
earlier, and it was, I just like as I walked out my room, I turned the light off, and I looked, and I saw your poster on the floor that's in a frame that's normally on the wall.
Is it the Debbie Harry one?
I don't know what it is.
The video drum.
Video drum one.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
but I just had this like, it was like a punch, just hit me so hard. I was like,
Yeah, it's happening.
It's
It's happening.
That's what I felt when the bean tin came down.
That's what I
was
felt
like, oh, we actually have to take this thing down. Like,
Yeah.
when the plant shelf came down.
No, the
yes.
Plant shelf,
I
yeah.
saw. I came back and I
Yeah.
saw the plant shelf on the drive.
Yeah, that felt
It
wrong.
fucking hit me in the stomach.
So wrong.
Yeah.
That was a great show.
I saw
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I saw that beautiful big plant in the living room. I was like, that's not where it goes.
Yeah, that's not it. That's not its place.
Yeah.
Big moments.
Massive moments.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want to leave. I haven't been here long enough.
Yeah.
I've only been here a
And
No, you have.
Yeah.
No, you came as soon as you could at the right moment.
Yeah, at the
Yeah,
right moment.
definitely.
When you came in the house, it was after a tough time.
Yeah,
So-
the,
It was-
the,
it was
the
a-
dynamic
Tough
shifted.
Yeah.
spot
Yeah.
to fill.
Yeah, it was. And the sort of the vibe of the house immediately changed of what it was always sort of.
Yeah,
it
it
filled
was
it filled its
meant- it was meant
potential.
to be.
It was.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
filled its
Do you
Do you remember
potential.
when I phoned you before you moved
That
in?
was the best phone call I've ever had. So I was living. Why
know
do
about
you
this.
not think I moved down the road? Because I was like dying to be close to you guys.
Oh yeah.
So in that year, I'd moved 5 times. I was living with my mum, and then like I had all my like family drama, and then I moved to Barbican for a month. I didn't know where the fuck I was gonna live, so I moved into like a random spare room house with 3 really nice people, but like I've always lived with friends, you know what I mean? I've always lived with Johnny or lived with Coco, and I lived with strangers for the first time. And on purpose, I chose somewhere that was as close to here as possible.
And you were basically here every day.
Yeah, because during lockdown, we were doing the GeoGuessr dinners.
Oh my god.
We were doing GeoGuessr dinners. So like, we'd all like, each person would like have a country, and they'd have to cook like a 3-course meal of that country. So every Sunday, like during lockdown, I'd come here and do GeoGuessr, and I was like, God, the vibe of this house is so fucking good.
We did our first one together. Do you remember?
But, like,
you two were a team, yeah.
Peruvian.
Vegan Peruvian.
Yeah, man.
Vegan
ceviche.
That was good.
Chickpea water.
You made those
Pisco
amazing
sours.
cocktails.
Pisco sours.
Oh, that was very nice.
Delicious.
Insane.
Yeah.
That was another, like, even that was like a short time afterwards, but even like a tiny thing, which doesn't really sound like a lot, but the fact that everyone made all of the food vegan, everything, I was just like,
nice.
doesn't sound like a lot, but like a little bit inside me was just like,
Oh, I feel the same actually, because before I came here,
well.
I wanted to be veggie for so long, but I lived with people that were I lived with people that were so into cooking and so into like meat. They were just like, you know, it was a part of their diet. And I lived with somebody that was so much more confident in cooking than I was that I just sort of went along with it. But we had like little veggie periods, and I had a veggie period at uni and stuff, and then I came here and it was just so natural. Everyone was so like, yeah, whatever, we'll just, you know, we'll do what everyone feels like. My first New Year's here, I was like, yeah, cool, veggie from today. I woke up on January 1st, was like, yeah, I'm veggie now. Everyone was like,
sweet, alright.
okay, yeah,
Well
sweet,
done.
let's go, let's do it.
Yeah.
And it's that easy, and it's been nearly 2 years with zero effort. Zero effort.
Hugh.
Huel helping you through it.
Sponsored by Hugh. Should be. Bloody Hugh, man.
Yeah, it counts.
We should do one more, Gio.
The phone
before we
call.
go, just for shits.
We don't have time.
Oh yeah, the phone call.
We don't have time.
No.
Oh, go on, just brief. I don't know about this phone call.
The phone call. I remember
The phone call.
we had a difficult period with a previous housemate who we collectively decided it wasn't a very good fit for whatever reason. Maybe it was time that they moved on. And I remember phoning Ella. It was sort of before I'd really spoken to anybody else, but I'd made like a very safe bet. I made an assumption. I phoned Ella and I said, like, from a purely logic perspective, you are the only person that would take this space. You're the only person that would fit here and sort of improve, you know, where we'd left off from. Everybody came to the same conclusion, and we came together. It was on the same night that we decided actually our previous housemate wasn't a very good fit. We all spoke individually. Yeah, we all spoke individually. I remember the 4 of us sitting together. Oh God, if we could pick anybody, who would it be? Everybody individually decided. Well, obviously it was going to be Ella. Ella's always here. It's going to be Ella.
Ella's a G.
And I remember that evening, I couldn't really be in the house. It was quite difficult.
Yeah.
And I remember it was on the corner down the road on the way to Crescent. It was just before the bridge, and I phoned Ella and I sat on the wall like hanging over the train tracks.
Tim!
I sat on the edge. I was
If
like,
she says no, I'm jumping.
You had to say yes. Leaning over the train tracks, holding on, and I was speaking to you on the phone, and I said, "You are going to move in. I know you're going to move in." None of us spoke about it. We just collectively decided that you're the person that's going to take the spot.
So you must do this.
Yeah, literally. It wasn't even like a can you. It was like a you are going to do.
You are the person. Yeah. It literally it couldn't have been anyone else.
I was waiting for that because I was so unhappy in that other house, and like.
Well, it happened within like 2 or 3 weeks.
2 months, and I wasn't going to do it, you know, because I was very nervous to tell them. Like now, like I think I've changed quite a lot than what I was like a year and a half ago, but I was really nervous to tell them, like, oh, I know I've just moved in, but I need to move out. I was like, oh, they're going to be so pissed at me, oh my God. And my mum was like, Ella, don't be a fucking idiot. You've waited so long. And like, this is the perfect opportunity You need to move into that house. And like, I remember, I cried because I was really nervous for you lot. Because like, Coco was fucking calling me every day, updating me what was going on. And because I felt how stressed he was, and like, I knew that you lot, like you lot weren't sleeping, and I was like, nah, if Coco's losing sleep
barricading our fucking doors,
Yeah,
being
man.
like, we're not safe in this
like, if
fucking
he's
house.
losing sleep over something, that's how I know it's scary.
It's
Serious.
the only time I've ever seen Coco cry. I remember it so clearly.
Yeah.
I remember that chapter ended quite abruptly.
Yeah.
You literally closed and locked the door. I heard the noise. I was in the living room. I remember it being in the living room. I heard the bolt slide on the door. You walked into the living room.
Sat on the sofa.
And you
Just
melted.
released.
I remember you melting, and I remember all the emotions pouring out of you. It was the first time in 48 or 72 hours where you let your guard down, your fucking muscles relaxed, and it just flooded out of you.
It did flood out.
And it was like the first time in ages that you'd felt like, I don't know, you were kind of comfortable.
It was Coco that like you were dealing with.
You
Like you
protected it, the
fully
whole
had to
thing.
like.
Yeah,
That was you that
Yeah.
completely
I was
took care of that whole thing.
so scared.
I wasn't
the
here.
whole
That's what I was.
period.
I wasn't even
Yeah,
working
yeah.
away. I wasn't even here to deal with it. I was
Yeah.
just sort of hearing what was
Oh,
happening.
mate.
Yeah. That's when I was up
You were,
in
yeah.
fucking
2 nights in a row.
Yeah.
Between my bed and my door, I was packing stuff in such a way. Before I went to sleep, I'd try and pull on my door to make sure it couldn't open,
That's
no matter how hard I tried.
That's terrifying.
No.
And I went to sleep knowing that my door could not be opened. That's the only way I could sleep.
That's not what you want.
No, it's
No,
not.
That's
No.
not a comfortable living scenario, is it?
No, my God, no.
No, that's so scary.
And I remember the day after, your first like, this is how I'm gonna get past this. Is just to climb up those fucking trees and start lopping them down.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah.
was literally the day after.
That was it.
Was it?
Yeah, it was the day after. Yeah, once you went.
That was a mad period. I remember, yeah. I sat on the sofa and I just like sat for like a good 15 seconds. I was like, and then I remember I had to go for a piss and I was pissing. I was like, I was like so many tears I couldn't see. I was like, oh yeah.
that was horrid.
To be fair though, I think going through that, it was sort of like because I'd never even been there for that long.
No, yeah.
That was probably a couple of months in.
That
was just like a binding.
Trauma
for
bonding.
you,
We've all
that
been
was
through this together.
4, 5 months in.
Yeah, about 4 months. Yeah.
It was a turbulent first few months. I'm not gonna lie. What with the first 2 weeks being?
Oh my
and
God.
then that.
I actually had to retell that whole story the other day.
Oh really? To
Yeah. Yeah. About how, I mean, we sort of knew each other roughly, right? We worked on Bridgeton, but like we weren't really that close. So we just sort of like exchanged jokes and kind of, haha, yeah, he's fun from a distance. And then we did that job that was a month long or whatever, and we were like in each other's company all day, every day. And then you finally moved into the house. A month after you moved in, we had the most horrific experience maybe of my life. And my van got taken. And we went for a fucking
Car chase, yeah, the car
went for a car
an
chase
actual car chase
through London.
in the Focus.
I remember in the morning after my van got stolen, a couple of hours after it got stolen, I had some notifications appear on my phone that my debit card was being used in all these shops in and around Finsbury Park. I remember it so clearly. I heard that. Around Finsbury Park. I had these notifications, your card is being used. They just spent £35 or whatever.
On what?
And like fucking fags.
It was just,
They would just go to
it was in corner shops, but the guy who came into our house, he took my keys and my wallet, and he was using my Monzo card. But of course, when you use a Monzo card, notification. And I could look up where the shops were. I looked them up on Google Maps. Oh my God, this is only in Finsbury Park. I fucking ran
You were getting
downstairs.
pings on Monzo, weren't you?
Yeah,
They were
yeah,
literally
yeah.
like this shop.
This was
Right
2
now.
hours after the van had been taken. Fucking sprinted downstairs, basically kicked Adam's door in. We need to go now. My card is being used. It's down the road. Without hesitation, fucking jumped up, keys in the ignition, off we went. I remember holding onto your car seat, like so terrified. You were driving through London. I saw your speedo at 90 miles an hour from Wood Green to Finsbury Park.
Oh,
I saw 90 on the speedo. And I was holding on, the adrenaline like washing over me, holding on for dear life. Like, we're gonna make it, I believe we're gonna make it. And we went on that fucking
That's ridiculous.
8 hours or whatever of just being fueled entirely on adrenaline. I didn't sleep for maybe 2 days. It was horrific.
That was crazy. What a crazy
Do
period.
you know what happened with it in the end? Did they?
Yeah, they found it.
Eventually, it was
that's
found.
Horrid.
I mean, the other day, you found the video on your phone of when I was given the GoFundMe.
Oh yeah, well I mean that's all down to Coco.
Yeah. I mean, it was a
Big shout
it was a
out,
collective effort, but it was organised by Coco. I mean, okay, when was the van taken?
20th of December.
20th of December.
I know, because that's why I looked out for the receipt the other day.
So.
That's literally, it was the day
Oh, of
that
course,
happened.
yeah. So originally,
5 days before
a
Christmas.
week before that, so the 12th, 13th of December, my entire toolkit that I need for work was taken out of my van. Very generously, Coco set up the GoFundMe page. We're going to help him get some money back together so we can buy a new toolkit. And then on the 20th of December, my van was taken. Somebody broke into the house, took my keys, took the van. It was like, it was so crushing. I remember the feeling of just total defeat, like rock bottom. The only reason I've never been a city person ever. The reason that I felt comfortable moving here, I could make this move, I could be around this many people because whenever I want to, I can get in the driver's seat of that van, I can disappear into the middle of nowhere, and when I'm ready, I can come back and there's a house waiting for me. And I felt so confident in that. And that just got taken like this. And it was like the rug was pulled out from underneath me. I remember that feeling of like, what am I going to do? I can't cope with this. It was awful. And then I woke up on Christmas morning and I had this really weird, like, kind of forced Happy Christmas. It was, you pushed a laptop in my face and it was Coco was on the screen. It was a FaceTime thing.
Oh yeah, we FaceTime.
Oh yeah.
It was your laptop and I'm holding your laptop and I was like, oh, hey buddy, like, Happy Christmas. But like, we hadn't really spoken to anybody else. I hadn't said Merry Christmas to anybody else. It was like, you know, this is cool, Happy Christmas, but you're with your family. Like, you know, we were in a strange way, we were sort of trapped here because we couldn't leave because of the lockdown and we were stuck here for Christmas. And actually, it was really fun in the end. But I remember on Christmas morning, we were exchanging these, oh yeah, this is great, Happy Christmas. But I was so aware that you were sort of with your family, and I was like, what's going on here? And then you unveiled that, well, as a result of you, but collectively, everybody had so kindly, so lovingly sent me this money that helped me get back on my feet. And I've seen the video since, like not in a long time. I don't really want to watch it, honestly.
Honestly, I can't watch it because I well up just looking at it. I'm
no,
just like, I can't even do it.
Oh, for me,
this.
I well up and it's like super embarrassing. But I
feel bad about filming it, to be honest.
Oh,
I was just
No,
looking
it's
like,
good. It's a good moment to film. It's a good moment.
I've learned a lot from you filming in tough moments recently.
But I was presented with a GoFundMe page for, it was over £3,000 that Coco had sent to uni friends, that had sent to school friends, that had sent to family, that had sent to work friends. Everybody that I knew came in together and had given me this huge pool of money. Not only could I buy my tools back, which I still have to this day, all of my Makita stuff, all of my DeWalt stuff, that whole beautiful toolkit, it all came from that. I bought a fucking car so I could get to work.
Shout out the Jazz.
The Honda Jazz.
Jazz.
The Honda Jazz.
Alright, where's the Jazz now? That's the
Saw
important
me
question.
through for over a year, 0 issues. What a beautiful car. And I sold it for basically the same price that I got it for, by the way.
Sick.
Saw me through, and it was as a result of everybody's collective kindness. And it's like, I'd never felt that sense of
Community,
and I was just so welcomed. It was like being so fucking naked and so exposed, and everyone was like, yeah, no, don't worry about it, it's fine. We'll just, you know, you'll be okay, just get on with it. I've never felt like that. But yeah, to this day, so thankful.
good moment.
So thankful. I can't explain.
That was a good moment.
It was such a good moment. But I mean, watching the video is still pretty awful. Because I'm just like ugly crying.
Proper ugly crying.
Yeah, proper ugly
really
crying.
ugly crying. Like,
Yeah, bad. But no, it was good.
that was fun. And that was a fun Christmas as well.
That was a fun Christmas. Christmas is always like a bit of a mixed bag for me.
Did you have Mexican food?
We had a lot of Mexican food.
feast.
There's always
Mexican
been like
feast.
a kind of weird pressure at Christmas. Me and my family, it's kind of like my family always want it to go so well that maybe there's a bit too much pressure on it sometimes.
Yeah, I mean
So-
that's not too.
Yeah, I'm sure that's
Yeah.
very common. But we had this Christmas where we couldn't leave. We were forced to be at home. The rules said we had to be at home. Any other option was taken away, and it was like, okay, we're at home. We'll make the most of it. And we really did. We really did.
Oh, we really did.
And we had the most ridiculous Mexican feast for probably 10 people between 3 of us, me, you and Ali. And we watched all 3 Lord of the Rings films in a day. And I remember how much you changed shape. I remember we dragged your mattress through from the other room. We put it on the living room floor.
That's where I dwelled for a while.
And you couldn't move. I remember you lying outstretched and your stomach so expanded that not only you couldn't roll over, you could barely look at me on the sofa.
That's
Because
hilarious.
every time you did, you just groaned with pain.
Christmas Day.
And we sat still for 10 hours watching films.
That's a good bonding experience, isn't it?
Really good bonding
Yeah.
experience.
Again, within like 4 weeks of
4
me
weeks.
being here? That, everything you just said.
Oh,
within
yeah.
that
Yeah,
short
like in this
condensed-
tiny little window.
That was
4
nuts.
weeks.
Nuts.
Good time.
Should we talk about when we all got COVID?
Definitely.
Oh.
We did all get COVID, and I was the perpetrator.
Who was first?
I was
Yeah,
first.
You were first. I think maybe I was second.
It all just happened, doesn't it?
1, 2, 3, 4. You didn't get it.
Later on.
Well,
You
you
ducked
got it
out.
later on.
Me and Ella were in New York.
Well, so I got COVID. I was up here in this exact room, probably not in this exact space, but probably in the bed. I got COVID, and I was
it was pretty brutal the first time.
Yeah, so I got COVID. I was up here, whatever. Like first 2 days was very hazy. I was like, whatever, COVID, whatever. Tim and Adam got COVID, and Katie and Ella were in New York having a fucking blast.
We were having a
And then
lovely time.
me, Tim, and Adam, I was isolating, and they got it, and they were like, "Fuck it, let's not isolate. Let's just go and play Halo." And
So is this December?
yeah,
This
December.
was December
2021.
2021, yeah.
Quite late actually for COVID.
It was a few weeks.
Yeah,
leading
we'd
up to
avoided
Christmas,
it
wasn't
basically the whole year, and then we all got it.
Somehow,
We all thought
yeah,
we were
same
so
month.
Well, so
lucky.
I missed the last 2 weeks of my job.
lit.
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
was
I
it
was there.
Pinocchio?
Nevers.
Nevers. It was Nevers.
And yeah, so we all fucking did it, and then you guys came back from New York, and then you came here.
I came in the house
You came in the house to like pick up something, and then you got it.
with like gloves, masks.
Yeah. The whole.
I remember you two coming in.
I
We
remember.
put 2 face masks.
I remember we were all hiding in the living room. I remember hearing your voice but not seeing you.
Yeah, because
And I was sure I was
That was
fine.
terrifying.
yeah, you were fine. Because we all got it right, so we had to do like the 10 days or whatever post when we found out. But then because you got it, then you came here. So we ended up isolating for longer. We were essentially isolated for like 20 days in this house, and it was.
Oh yeah.
It was.
Ella, where were you when that?
Actually
When,
so
when we got
cold.
it, where did you go?
Never got
Wait,
COVID. Do you have
what?
any- do you have any socks?
When you
here?
came back from New York with Katie, where did you go?
I've got something special for you, Kay.
I went to my mum's.
Oh, yeah, your mum's.
Yeah. I went to my mum's, but I was really nervous to go because I was like, I don't want to bloody give her COVID.
Yeah.
Did I tell you that I thought I had COVID in New York? We had a
Yeah.
massive COVID
Yeah.
scare.
Oh really?
So on the flight on the way to New York, we flew with this like new fancy like hip young airline. For some reason, it was
Ryanair.
yes.
Wiz.
It was like the Ryanair of.
You know,
Well, actually,
that's
no,
what
it was JetBlue.
JetBlue.
It was JetBlue. They were really good.
JetBlue.
It was so cold on that
Yeah,
plane.
it really was.
It was freezing, and I remember,
don't
you
know
know,
whatever.
you know when you can feel like an
Shut up,
illness is
Hajj.
coming, and I could feel my skin was really really prickly and really cold, and I was like, nah, I'm getting sick, 100%. And so we landed in New York, and we'd had all these plans. We were gonna go and meet India. We were gonna go and see like my friend Ali, and we were, like so fucking excited. We'd done our PCR tests. We got all our forms printed, had our visas. So I'm sat on this plane and I'm like, wow, I feel really fucking sick. Landed in New York, my
Just leave
tonsils
it
are
there.
like
Leave it.
golf
This is on the
balls.
way.
Timber.
This is on
Put it back
route
there,
to New
'cause
York.
I'll forget about her voice.
And my tonsils are like fucking golf balls. And we landed and like we were continuing our day. We went to our Airbnb, and Katie mentioned, she was like, oh, do you think you might have COVID? And this wave of panic was like, if I have COVID, we can't go anywhere. We can't see India. We can't see my friends.
And we're stuck in.
We have to
New York.
quarantine in New York in December, and it's so fucking expensive.
Yeah, fuck.
Like, is this Airbnb woman gonna let us stay knowing that I might have fucking COVID? Like, so we started spiraling.
Oh, it was like early days. Well, not
well, it was
really.
all like
We
fucking
landed.
scary and shit.
We literally just landed in New York, so we were like, right. We were having a really good time. We were kind of ignoring it, and then I was like, nah, Katie, tomorrow I'm gonna wake up at 6 a.m. I'm gonna go and get a COVID test. I went to like this part of New York that was like the Mexican area of New York, and it was 6 a.m. and people were like setting up these like stands, and they were all listening to like merengue, and they were drinking like lemonade like 6 in the morning. And I found this really weird like COVID testing center. I queued for like 3 hours, went in, signed all these forms, they did a test, luckily didn't have COVID, but I had strep instead.
Strep.
Tonsillitis.
Oh, right.
Strap.
Yeah.
Strep, yeah.
Strep. Strep throat.
Strep throat, yeah, like tonsillitis basically.
Well, your
Is that why it's called strepsils?
Strepsils.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Strep.
That's probably why they're called
Shit.
that. I've never thought that.
Fucking way.
Yeah, strepsils, yeah.
Strep.
I know
Yeah, I've never made that connection.
they do. I like to,
Well, I've never
I
heard
don't
of the
know
word
what strep
strep on its own,
means,
so
No.
I've never made that connection.
Strep
so
throat.
Anyway, you're gone.
that's mad. Strep, yeah, I had strep throat. And when they told me, I was like, yes! They were like, why are you so happy? I've never seen anyone so happy to have strep. I was like, no, dude, you don't understand. Like, I've got like a 2-week plan here. So I called Katie. I was like, Katie, it's negative. We were like, we need to get so fucked tonight. So like, we went out, we got drinks. And that was terrifying. And then when we found out that you lot had COVID, we were like,
We were freaking out.
yeah, like,
Oh, of course.
How are we
I
gonna go
remember we were
home?
messaging in the group chat about
Yeah.
how you had to come into the house to get things to go home for Christmas.
Yeah.
Because you were going to fly
we were
in,
scared of New
come
Year as
home, well, come here, grab a bag full of stuff, and leave immediately.
I was
Yeah,
supposed to be
Go
going
home.
on holiday with Callum in 2
To
days.
Budapest.
We were supposed to-
Oh yeah, of course.
You never
Yeah,
went,
yeah.
did you?
We never went.
Yeah.
Well, I remember waking up in the morning of that.
No,
Well,
I knew in the night I was lying there and I was like, this weirdness I feel.
It's not
that's
bad.
COVID.
Not right.
We woke
It's
up in the
COVID.
morning. I was like, all right, gotta go to the airport in like 4 hours. Let's go. Bring your bags packed. And Kate was sort of sitting there like a shell. Did a COVID test and she started crying because it was positive.
Oh,
I was like,
And
okay.
Callum was like, okay, bye then.
I was like, I literally shipped you off, and I remember you opened the door and you lot all like welcome me, like, come in. You were all
Yeah.
fucking positive. I
I,
was like,
yeah, I remember.
Oh,
I
of
remember
course.
finding out when I was positive. I don't know if anyone else was literally jumped for joy when they're positive, because basically, Coco got it first. So you were up here, and then,
Yeah.
and then me and Tim were fucking around. We
The
were
house was separated
It was
by
literally
COVID
tears.
levels.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember it so clearly.
So then you tested positive, so you had the second floor and I was downstairs. So
Yeah,
you
so we
like
had-
top 2 floors like COVID and I was down on my own. And I was like, if I'm going to be stuck here, because I had to isolate because I called work and I was like,
Yeah.
both my housemates have COVID.
Yeah, same.
Can I come in? And they were like, no, you have to stay home. So
You
usually
were
I
like,
had COVID.
oh,
I was just sitting down
no.
there bored as fuck on my own, just like, oh, I can't even hang with the guys. And
I
then,
remember it was the day before you. I tested positive, and I remember testing positive. The first feeling was like, oh no, I'm ill, and the second feeling was like, oh my god, I can hang out with Coco again. And all of a sudden, the top 2 floors of the house.
you
was
can
like,
hang out, yeah.
Yes, we can see each other. I remember you came down to my room and you were like, hey, what's going on? We can hang out again.
Yeah.
And then the next day, you tested positive. And I remember you sent a message in the group chat or something. You were so like ecstatic that you were.
yes, we can hang out
Yeah.
together.
And all of a sudden, we all migrated downstairs. We all just hung out downstairs for like a week because we finally could.
It was great.
It was so great.
It was so
It was like
much
being
best
kids.
COVID experience
We were
ever.
forced to be kids for a week.
It was really good.
I mean, the routine that we had is we wake up. Time did not exist.
no,
Time did
There
not
was no
exist.
time.
We'd sort of go downstairs, all sit on the sofa, play golf,
Gold.
Lots of mini
beans.
A lot of mini
friends for hours, and then eat a brownie at like 2-3 p.m.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah. Just
was
get
great.
really fucked.
Self-medicated, are we?
I want to ask you, Kate, actually, because obviously me and you, we're like the veterans of the house.
Yeah.
We've seen the house change
We have seen the
dramatically.
house change. It was quite challenging.
In what sense?
Well, when I was here, it was me and Alice.
Yeah.
were breaking up as friends.
Oh yeah.
So it was hostile.
Yeah, it was
Of
a little.
course, yeah.
It was hostile at the end, not at the beginning.
Well,
No.
they were up here, right? In this
Yeah,
room?
yeah, they were.
Yeah,
Yes, this wasn't.
We're
my
friends now, so we can talk.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah,
Of course,
definitely.
yeah.
It was hostile. So I was quite bare, ready for love when new people came in, and you guys all filled that.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I remember one of my first like proper interactions with you was not good.
No.
I remember it really clearly. I made a joke about how you were using your electric toothbrush, but it wasn't turned on. Do you remember?
What?
You were just scrubbing your teeth because you'd lost your charger, right? You'd lost the charger for your brush, and you were scrubbing your teeth with an electric toothbrush. And I just said, "You do know that's electric, right?" Like I just made a stupid joke. And you like we didn't really know each other that well, and it didn't land. And you were just like,
That's what
"Do you think you know everything?" You were just like, "Why are you being such a dick?" And I remember just receding, like, "Oh fuck, I've said totally the wrong thing.
The wrong thing.
I've so offended this person." And I was
That's joke.
I remember I was just like trying to make a stupid like dad joke or whatever, like, "You do know it's electric."
To be fair,
To me, that was like, I'm just being a twat.
To be fair,
And then
I
you were
lost
just
my
like-
charger and I brushed my teeth
Yeah.
with no electric.
No, but I remember it so
Yeah.
clearly. And I remember I said this joke, like, and I remember we were both stood in my room, you were in the doorway, and you were like, you took the brush out of your mouth and you were like, "Do you think you know everything?"
Oh my god!
And I remember just like melting, like,
Oh shit.
and I
that's
said in the moment, I
great.
tried to maintain composure, and I was like, yes.
Are you trying to be sarcastic?
No, but I just
But you didn't know each other's like.
No, we didn't at all. I remember coming here. I remember the very first time I set foot in here, and Coco was like, "Oh, hey, this is Katie," and I was like, "Who is this girl? She's too cool. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to interact." Blah, 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 blah. And I remember just being like this, like nervous wreck. And then we finally moved in together, and I remember we like. One of the first instances we had together, I put up that hammock in my room, and I was like, "This is really fun." And I remember texting you a picture of just hanging out in the hammock, and you came out into my room, and it was like, "Oh, cool, this is great. We're gonna be such good friends." And then within like a couple of days, you were like, "Do you think you know everything?" I was like,
No!
"Fuck! What have I done? I fucked up so bad." I remember it so clearly.
Wow.
That's
And then
well
no,
funny.
it dissipated. It disappeared. But like, oh man,
Oh,
it
that's
was bad. It was so bad. It was bad.
Do you know what? One thing I really loved about this house personally is, do you know when we have our parties and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna invite my friends," blah, 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 whatever. I feel great because I don't have to invite everyone, because obviously me and Kate have been friends forever, and then like I've been friends with Ella forever, and then I've been friends with Tim forever, and then everyone sort of.
That's what I feel like at the last parties when I've gone. The last one, I added people to our like party group chat last. And I remember going through my list, and maybe like 2/3 of the people that I wanted to invite already were in the chat.
We're invited, yeah.
We just we share everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's great.
it's really great.
Well, all of our friends are friends now.
Yeah, it's really great.
The extended
So fun.
family,
That needs to keep happening.
definitely. Hey,
Needs to keep happening.
Boscombe Road, fucking Shibu.
Boscombe, is that where you are?
Boscombe
Another,
Road.
another,
Boscombe Road.
another fucking Bournemouth
Another
one.
Boscombe,
It's
yeah.
from Bournemouth.
Another Bournemouth one.
Wow.
That's so weird.
Is that Bournemouth?
Yeah, Boscombe is
No,
an
Boscombe-
area in Bournemouth.
Boscombe is a
'Cause also,
rough as
Our
fuck
house
area
in Bournemouth,
Is
we
it?
didn't really live there, we
Yeah.
did, was
So-
Dorset
There
Road.
we go.
That's
no,
right.
actually, Boscombe
Oh
Road.
shit, yeah.
What's
It
the word?
was.
That's crazy.
Well, no, Bournemouth is in Dorset.
Yeah, but
30
Katie's house that I stayed in for a year after I quit uni was Dorset Road.
Dorset Road.
No way.
Really?
Yeah.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Dorset.
sick.
What was it, like 36 or
I think
something?
it was 31.
30 or something. 30 something. 31. I've got a video from there as well.
That's
Do you remember? It was awful. I've got a video from there walking around and I saw mold in a wine glass.
No way.
Yeah, it was rough.
It was
The washing machine, you'd go past and you're like, surely this is an antic. This can't be working. You go around it and it's like there's like fluff flying out of the washing machine.
Yeah.
Oh, it was awful.
It was really bad.
It's uni though, isn't it? Doesn't matter. Oh, that was so much fun.
Definitely.
Whew. Right, to end it,
Yeah.
let's go around and just give one memorable moment.
Oh, fuck.
Go on. We're going to clockwise. So
Well, I've got the privilege of going first. I mean, endless ones, but top highlight, probably not just of living here, but my whole life, is doing beans.
Oh,
Yeah.
the beans
oh
race.
shit! Yeah, of course.
The beans
Oh, yeah,
race.
that
That hadn't even entered my mind, but that was mental.
That was
Honestly,
That whole
like,
experience was
yeah.
insane.
From start to finish, that was one of the craziest things. Probably the craziest thing I've ever done, or been part of, or we've been part of.
Yeah, no, unbelievable.
Literally started with, I think,
A joke.
it
was a joke.
Us entering, for the peeps listening, this
Mm.
is Rebel Soapbox Derby. Us from the back of having COVID and joking about beans on the golf game. When we're like, yeah, let's enter. What should we do? Yeah, let's make a bean tin, whatever. Entered it. You came up with some like graphic of just like literally the
Yeah,
Heinz
no,
bean tin with some
I
wheels
found
stuck on
a
it.
picture of a bean tin on Google. I
Yeah.
turned it sideways. I
Yeah.
put 2 wheels on,
Yeah.
and we clicked send.
Yeah.
And they fucking replied like, "Oh yeah, haha."
Sweet.
That was, I think, literally the day before it started as well, where they were like, "You're in."
I can remember the phone call. I remember getting a phone call from you. I was on my breakfast break at work. Fucking ringtone. Adam Robinson. Oh hey mate, what's up? Like I'm at work. What's going on? Kind of thing. And I remember you just being like, "We're in."
Yeah, for a minute you were like, "What? What do you?"
Yeah, no. I was like, "What are you on
I was
about?"
like, "We're in."
We're in. We're fully in. We've been accepted. We have to build. We have to build a cart that will survive half a kilometre of brutality down a hill.
To race in front of thousands and thousands of people.
Thousands of people.
Mm.
And it actually
was great,
worked. It
yeah.
paid off. Yeah, no, great memory.
What's yours?
That's the big one.
My memory is way more silly than that. I actually spoke about it earlier today. It was when we were in our COVID period, in our brownie period, and we were playing a lot of mini golf. And I remember sitting on the sofa, everybody perfectly silent.
Oh, mate.
I remember Katie's turn having the Xbox controller, and I remember you trying to direct where you wanted your golf ball to go with such focus, but you couldn't really work the stick very well, and you were aiming
You were
too far
chaos with
left,
the aiming. You were.
and then too far right, and then too far left, and then too far right, and it went on and on and on. And everybody was so silent, just watching the TV.
Lost in it.
And in the end, your timer was running out, and
And it went out.
I said to you, I was like, I said to you, it's like Katie.
That's like 60 seconds.
Katie, you have to
Yeah.
hurry
No,
up.
more than
the
that, it's
timer's
3
going.
minutes.
It's 3
No,
minutes.
it's 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Oh,
2 minutes.
whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
A long time.
That is a long time.
But I remember nobody saying anything, and I had this like brief moment of clarity, like, what's going on here? Like,
That's unusual for you to have a brief.
yeah, exactly, yeah. But that is like the standout memory.
Do you know what, literally, I remember that first time that happening. I remember in that moment when you're just well baked and I was just like, I haven't said anything for so long. And in your head, you're like, are people finding it weird that I haven't said anything? And I was like, I'm going to say something. I don't know what I said, but I said something. And I was like, cool, I said something. And then everyone just burst out laughing. Just like, you just slurred every single fucking word you said. It was only a
days.
fucking annihilated. And I was just like, oh, I totally just fucking blew that. That was fun.
Favourite moment.
Top moment.
Or
Maybe-
just first moment that
First
comes to your
moment.
mind.
Well, first moment that comes to mind is just like really nice times we've just spent together in the lounge. Just like
First
watching
moment.
films.
Yeah.
But
Seemingly sort
probably-
of quiet, nothingy moments.
yeah, nothingy moments.
Yeah.
Mm.
But to me, sci-fi party, because I remember coming to you guys and I was like, I want to do a birthday party and I want it to be sci-fi themed, and everyone was like, yeah, sure.
Maybe that's where it all began. That's where all the crazy parties
That was
I mean,
began.
it was
spark.
it was just like easy.
That was a spark.
Like, yeah, obviously
easy.
we're going to do that.
Do you know
The bar
what? The
was
sci-fi
set as
party is a
well.
good one actually, because on that day we were getting ready for the party, and my friend Will came over earlier than anyone else. It was the
And
five of us
you
in the
wrapped
house,
him.
and Will, and he hadn't brought a costume, and I was like, "What do you mean you haven't brought a costume? Like, come on, I'm trying to make friends. Like, you have to bring a costume." And then he had 2 rolls of fucking tinfoil in his
Oh my
bag.
god! I've got a video of you wrapping him.
Yeah, we wrapped him in tinfoil. We wrapped him in sellotapes. The tinfoil stuck. And I remember everybody just finding it like so funny and so perfect that he put no effort.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
was like, oh my god, my friends are these friends.
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
everybody's
it's all
just going to
together.
get on. Yeah. Oh, such
That
a
was lovely.
fantastic moment.
First of all, this household introduced me to mint tea. So shout out to Minty.
Shout out to Minty.
Big shout out to
Yeah.
Minty.
Even has a
mate.
Wi-Fi name in this
Yeah,
house.
yeah, that
Literally.
came up the other day actually.
Yeah. I'm doing a top 3. I don't know, not in order, but
That's fine.
wholesome memory is when we sorted the garden out and we it was the harvest, the great harvest of 2021.
Oh, of
The
course.
great
And
harvest.
we were like fucking putting the bricks in the little
Yeah.
pot,
Brick day.
cutting down the trees and like planting.
And the pressure washer.
Yeah, the
Oh,
pressure
yeah,
washer.
yeah.
Yeah. Doing
And
all
you
that.
firing the pressure washer out the window upstairs because you
Oh,
were cleaning
yeah.
the conservatory
I've got
roof.
they've got
I
pictures of
literally,
that.
when
You
Grease,
cleaned the conservatory.
no, when Grease
Yeah.
was
You
around
can
the other
still
day,
see it.
Yeah,
You can
literally,
still see
I
the
was-
bits that he missed.
I was sat down in there with him the other day, and we looked up, and I was like, "You can see where we pressure washed it." I saw the fucking
Yeah,
spot.
yeah.
That was like 2 days.
We had
ago.
it up there. We had the pressure washer.
We were
up there.
hanging out of Katie's window, blitzing.
I've
the
got
fucking
pictures
We
of it.
conservatory.
threw the hose
With
onto
the
the
pressure
roof of the
washer.
conservatory so that we could fucking blast the glass roof because it was covered in mold.
Yeah. If you look
Sorry.
up, you can see all the lines.
Sorry.
I've got to say the funniest memory though was I don't know what party it was. It was with your brother actually.
Oh, yes, I know
Yeah.
exactly what you're talking
We're
about.
doing balloons in the garden.
Oh,
And then me and your brother were doing amongst others, and it didn't really seem to faze anyone but me and him. And the balloon like sort of fell out my mouth towards the end, and it made some stupid noise. And then your brother just sort of sat there and went, Boris Johnson. It was silence. He just said Boris.
You have a video
I
game.
literally remember that.
I've got a video of it.
that was-
Someone has a video.
No. Me and Tim both have videos of it.
You
It's
got to
just-
send that to
Literally,
shit.
there's nothing, and then just
Yeah.
Boris Johnson.
I'd totally forgotten about that. Yeah, no, I do have a video of
Shout
that
out
somewhere.
Nathan. Oh
Yeah.
my god,
Nathan,
that was
what a fucking
You are
legend.
What a
so
legend.
funny.
by the
I-
way.
I thought you were gonna mention the brownie moment. That was that was so funny. So it's like a bit of an intervention. It was New Year's, yeah, and we'd all made brownies, right? And then whatever, we're like all taking some brownies, and we know how many brownies there were. Anyway, whatever. So we went up to Ali Pali, we celebrate New Year's, we came back down, and we were having a talk, and like, you know, half an hour later after we came back down, there was like a brownie missing. We're like, wait, what? We can't figure out. I was like, who's taking a brownie?
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
We're like, who's taking a
Yeah.
brownie? And then
Yeah. It was
we were trying to figure it out for like fucking 10 minutes, and Nathan was like, it was me, guys. and I was like, oh, you had the whole brownie. He was like, oh yeah, no problem. It was just like, you know, if my mindset's hard enough, you know, like it's not gonna affect me. So like, you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about it. And I was like, how long did you take it? And he was like, it must have been like an hour and a half ago, like at least. And he was like, and I asked him, I was like, let me just like trick him. I was like, did you take it before we went up to Ali Pali? After? He was like, oh no, when we came back. I was like, mate, we came back at like 25 minutes. And then like 20 minutes later, he was just like,
he was
up
gone.
there.
Yeah. Fully conked out.
Oh,
I told him
shut
as well. I was like, Nathan,
Shut
there
up,
are
Nathan.
brownies. Don't eat them.
Oh,
They're not
mate.
yours.
Shut
Right.
up.
Not
Nathan.
regular brownies.
He knew.
They are special brownies.
Go on.
My favourite moment was when we snuck into the festival.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
so good.
I wasn't there.
No, you
Mate,
missed out on that one.
That
Oh,
was
that
wild.
was so
but like
good.
all of the Ali Pali events that we went to.
Mm.
So like we all
That
managed to
was-
sneak into
Fireworks night.
firework night.
No,
Yeah.
that was called Kaleidoscope later on the week.
That was Adam schmoozing. I remember that very clearly.
Yeah, you did well.
But also,
You did really well.
when we got
Oh,
into
fireworks,
Kaleidoscope, that was very good
that was
because
fucking wild.
you
Groove
came
Armada.
you came later in the day.
Yeah.
dressed as
Yeah,
a
with
bartender.
the earpiece.
I had like a little earpiece.
So-
and I wore black outfit.
So we
We were fucking hiding in the bushes.
We were hiding in the bushes
well,
for
hang
2
on.
hours.
We were already in the festival
Oh,
at this
I'm so
point. But
jealous.
how did you
it was
get?
so
I
good.
walked in. I was
And
like,
walked in
while we
with
were-
confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wore black leggings, black top. I wore my like little earpiece and had my bum bag.
I remember
and
your
had, like,
earpiece
I had, like,
connected
a
to
really-
nothing.
Yeah.
It was I had like a really cute outfit underneath this t-shirt, and I had like black lipstick in my bag, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna like dress it up. And I said to these lot, like, I'm going to just walk in and act like I own the place because I've tried it a few times before and it's always worked. So I walked up to the top where the security was, and I saw the gate was kind of empty. And I started marching, and I was like, no, that's not good enough. We need ice on bar number 4. We need ice. And I like walked in, and I was like, yeah, sorry to the security. I was like, yeah, no, I need you to get ice there right now. And he didn't bat an eyelid.
Love that.
But I went in through like the staff entrance as well. So he like opened the big like shutter for me to just walk in, and I was like, fucking sweet! Took my shirt off. And they were like, Ella, we've literally been hiding in the bushes for like 3 hours.
Yeah,
How the
yeah,
fuck
that
did you
took
just
us
walk
ages.
in?
I've told so many of my friends.
And
You
took that
didn't
picture of
even
me?
want to come in.
There-
It was
there's
as soon
a-
as
there's
you
a
got
photo
over,
of
you were
you-
like, come on, Tim.
There's a photo of you that I took with your
Like this.
finger on your earpiece,
Yeah, yeah.
concentrating.
It's
I've
so
sent that
good.
photo to so many of my friends, and I said, we all got into this fucking festival. Ella walked through the gate and just said, I belong here, and everyone took her word for it.
Yeah. You just got to be like so stressed that it's like, no, I can't deal with you right now. I need to do my thing.
Yeah,
And then
100%. And
people
I
don't wanna
remember
talk to you if you're walking
your
that fast.
earpiece, you had the curly wire, and it went to your bum bag. And I remember you got to us, and you unzipped the bum bag, took the wire out, and it just went nowhere. It just went to nothing.
It was
Great.
so
I
good.
fucking love that.
That was so
Yeah.
good.
What were you doing in the bushes? We just sitting there, just
we
like
literally-
waiting.
We went down to the bottom park of Ali Pali, where
Yeah.
they put the green
I didn't
wall
wanna
on everywhere.
go.
Tim literally came so he could give me and
Yeah,
Katie
yeah.
a leg up over the wall. As soon as we got over, we were like, Tim, you
Just come
obviously
in.
have to
Do
come
you know
in.
what? I remember the wall. It was an 8-foot tall wall they built
It's
around
like
the
a big-
whole
big
festival.
gate, like a
I remember
gate.
throwing those two over, and there was a crowd that were walking along the path that was just outside the festival. It was 6 or 8 people. They were pushing a pram. I remember it so clearly. And I threw you guys over, and they cheered. And I remember because on the other side of the wall there were some little footsteps, and you poked your head over the top. And you poked your head over the top, and you were like, "What are you fucking doing? Just come in." And I remember I looked at you like over the fence, and I looked at these people cheering like, "Come on, yay,
gotta
yay, you
go
broke
for
into the
it.
festival, way, lads, way." And I remember just like taking a run up, ran at the fence, threw myself
You
over the
basically
top.
did a Coco at the party the other day.
Yeah, literally pulled myself over the top. You
great.
dragged me over the top, and I flopped over the fence.
I love this.
And I remember the cheers from that crowd of people outside, like, "Way, they've broken in!" Way, just some random people. And we all crept through the woods, like super sneaky. We were backstage.
Did you,
Took
yeah,
ages.
you ended up backstage, didn't you?
Yeah,
we-
fully backstage.
We ended up behind the main stage, literally directly behind it, just
coral.
lying down in a bush, just
The
like
band,
this, waiting
the
for fucking
coral. Do you
security
remember
to
the
walk past
coral? Up in my lonely
Yeah, yeah,
room.
yeah.
Wow. We were backstage and we looked at them. We were like maybe 10 feet away in a bush, and I remember there was a picnic bench covered in security guards, and we were like, we are in the wrong place. We've come to the wrong place. How have we done this so badly? And we saw these people walking up this staircase, and we were like, where are they going? What's up the
That's just
staircase? It was the main stage, and they were playing on the main stage. It was the fucking coral that we just watched. And we found
Just
this weird little
anything,
gap
any
in the
We
fence.
found
Light
a
or
weird gap
anything.
and just ran.
One by one, sneak through the gap, pretend like you belong. Cool, see you later.
Straight in.
Off we went.
Yeah.
That was fun.
It was.
Oh, such a great memory.
That was cool.
You
Coco, your
used to
memory.
think of really
My
good stuff.
memory.
Apart from this, obviously.
Apart from
right
this.
here, right now.
Naked
right
photo
here,
shoot.
Right now.
That was good.
Naked
There's a
photo
couple.
shoot.
I mean, in terms of just like actual good feeling, was definitely dealing with that
Situation.
that situation, the previous housemate situation.
Previous tenant.
Whew. When that finished, that that was a sense of relief that is hard to come by. That was yeah.
Oh, mate, I was so proud. I was so proud. I was like, I couldn't even believe the strength of somebody that I knew that had just taken the whole problem on their shoulders and just worn it, seen it through to the end, closed the door on it, and could finally relax.
Yeah, it was quite a unique moment. Definitely quite a unique moment that I think I still look back on. Definitely look back on, and it was. I think I weirdly cherish it as well. I weirdly cherish it as well. But in terms of just like silly good times, came shortly after spending a whole day up on the tree. Spending a whole day up on those fucking massive bushes at the back of our garden, just chopping trees down. Oh,
That was so much fun.
That was
That
was
so.
I
such
remember
a
I brought
highlight.
Ali over to the house.
Yeah. I know she couldn't see me. She couldn't.
No, I remember bringing her over, and I said to her, "Oh, Coco's in the tree," and she was like,
What? Where?
no, nobody's in the tree. And I remember you like shouting from the tree. I just remember her like total confusion at the situation. That I'd brought into this house full of fucking weirdos that were in a tree cutting it down from the inside.
Like 12, 15
yeah,
foot in the air.
yeah, well up in the air. That was so funny.
That was so funny. There's a lot of yeah. Oh man, yeah. It's just a lot of good moments. Yeah, the tree.
And that party where I had to spend 10 minutes in the bush.
Yeah.
Oh, the
yeah.
barbecue, the weird barbecue.
The weird barbecue where we played like Truth or Dare or
hated
something.
that barbecue.
Now we did like dares, yeah.
So my fucking ex was there.
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Is-
that was like the worst.
Well, he started all the fucking nuttery.
That's when, sorry, was it Sabine rung her
Yes.
boss
Yeah,
or something?
yeah.
That
Ex-boss?
it was
Oh,
that,
they
it's that
played Call
awkward
of the
phone
League.
call, but she fucking owned it. She did so
It went
well.
on for too long. It was horrible.
No, it was really cringy,
Yeah.
but she like
She
She-
did well.
It's fucking Sabine.
she saw it through so well. She was just like, yeah, fuck it, I'll do it. Yeah. Insane.
fucking
so cool.
Sabine, bruv.
I love Sabine.
Yeah, worked really, really well. That was fun. That was a weird little barbecue, but that was fun. Was that the same barbecue where Ollie had his ear
Ollie
pierced?
has his ear pierced.
I remember.
Yes,
I've got videos
yeah.
of that on my phone. It was
Yeah.
like it was bad.
We were just like, we were just doing it like,
In the
oh,
orange.
go
Just random shit.
Yeah,
There's
it,
an
it,
orange
it fully
orange
closed,
next
and we were
day.
just.
There was an orange behind his
Pressing
ear,
it
and someone
through.
just stabbed through
Yeah.
it.
I
Or
found
had
it
the
on
whole thing on
That's
film.
where I learned the orange in the ear thing. 'Cause remember when I did mine? Did not do that. Just fully just like shanked one in there. Horrific.
I had mine done in that
Orange.
fucking weird tattoo studio where we got the 15.
Oh yeah,
I just disappeared one day and came back with an earring, and everyone was like, "Yeah, cool, whatever."
sick.
But where I lived before, you couldn't do that. No way.
No
you,
way.
you couldn't.
Go
In
get
a wood
her.
grain.
No. You couldn't. No way. Everybody.
No.
You came back with an earring. Everybody like, who do you think you are? Like, what are you doing? But I wanted one for fucking years.
Earrings are cool.
Yeah, and I finally came here and was like, yeah, whatever, I'll go to the...
Yeah, no.
I didn't even think about it. Just went. I didn't have an appointment or anything. Walked in, yeah, no, yeah.
Would
Put a thing through my ear.
Would your mates have
And
been
it was-
like, that's
it was that-
really weird?
It was that big... Yeah, definitely. And they have been since. Not in a bad way.
That you got an earring?
Yeah, no, but like,
Oh.
just kind of like a... Like, why would you do that? But it was that big Brazilian matey. Do you remember?
Oh, the fit one.
Yeah.
He was fit.
Fucking stacked Brazilian dude ushered me in. Which ear do you want it in? I was like, I don't know, this one maybe.
Which one
Before
fit
I'd even thought about
You
it,
picked the right ear.
huge hot needle.
Hey, it's the right
See
ear.
you later. Here's an earring, 15 quid, off you
Get
go.
out.
Yeah, and I remember coming back and like, nobody barely even fucking noticed, let alone made a thing out of it.
I rated it. I was like, you just went and got your ear pierced. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. But that's not what I'm used to at all. That's not what I'm used to. No way.
Not here, mate.
No.
Also, got to give a big highlight shout out of living in the house to Jubbly coming into our
Oh,
lives.
Jubbly.
We've got to talk about Jubbly. Just
Let me try and find her. You
You're
guys.
gonna find her.
Yeah. I'll
Okay.
try and find her.
She's gonna run out everywhere.
When did she first arrive?
She first arrived.
horrible journey back.
Awful job.
Callum had a bad day that day because you told me about it.
I
several
drove
times.
I don't remember
8.5
that.
I
hours
don't
that
know the
day.
story.
Wait, tell us about. I don't remember
It
that.
was when I had my horrible Oxford job. I commuted to Oxford in the morning, and then
Which job was that?
when I went to Oxford to edit audiobooks.
Choir.
Oh,
no, not
fuck.
choir.
Isn't that choir?
Yeah, no, I do remember that.
Yeah. And went to Oxford in the morning, city o'clock, came back, and there was a fucking. I was gonna. Jobby was in Essex, yeah,
Right.
and I
She's
came
in
back
Essex.
from Oxford.
Was this when
And
you
that-
had the Mini, your mum's Mini?
Yeah. And there was a fucking oil spill on the M25. So I had to go
Classic.
some like stupid route around all the country roads, and all the cars had the same diversion. So there was traffic on the fucking country roads. And we're just driving. It's fucking horrible. Kate was there, and this it was a Romanian couple, wasn't it?
Yeah, this.
And Kate was there for so long because I was so late because of the
I was
traffic.
having tea, chocolate. I was having cigarettes with them in their garden.
Oh well, Jubby was just
There's
there.
cats roaming around.
So it was Jubbly and a lot of other kittens.
Yeah. So I
And
went.
there was just one. Jubby was like,
So
like-
there was. I went to go and get another one. I went to get. Well, I was supposed to get a boy cat.
Right.
no,
You
you
gonna get a
was
boy?
gonna. I mean,
Well, no, there was a
gonna
boy
get
cat
Jubbly.
and there was Jubbly, and I was like, I think I'm going to get the boy one. And then I turned up and we were looking at the boy one, and I was looking at Jubbly, and I was like,
Oh,
Is she cutie?
who it is?
Your
she
face is
coming?
too cute.
No way.
Baby. Oh.
Yes.
She's looking at the lights.
The
like,
honorary
Oh,
7th
hero.
member. Our queen. Oh.
Hey, baby.
Yeah.
She's not sure.
It's you,
well, her
Jobs.
pupils
That's
are
who we're
huge.
talking
Well, they're always huge in the night.
Yeah.
The escapee.
So this is Jubbly,
This
born
is
on
Jobs.
the 30th of February.
No way.
For Valentine's
Oh,
Day.
so she's 7 months old.
Yeah.
Oh,
7 months old.
darling.
7.5.
She did not like it up here earlier.
No, it was a bit too loud.
Yeah.
earlier. The smoke machine probably didn't help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, gorgeous tiny girl.
Oh, you're so good, Jobs. I love you.
gorgeous tiny.
We're all gonna miss
What's the
you,
longest
Jobs.
that she's escaped in this house in the garden? Like,
Oh.
over 2 hours.
I think we've all experienced
Oh, the
Jubbly
night-
escapes.
over's out
for the
It's
night.
just
Over's
a
out for the
fucking
night.
Karaoke night was the worst.
karaoke. Oh, was that my
Oh, yeah,
No,
when
that
It was
was
your
John.
birthday.
In John's garden.
That was
In
bad.
John-
When you two went into John's place for the
We went
first
into
time.
John's.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
We've been to both our neighbours' houses for different reasons.
Mm.
Have you been to John's house?
I haven't been to John's house. I've been to Mary's
been
house.
to
Mary's.
both.
You've
I've
been
been to both.
Whoa.
I've been to Mary's.
I've been to neither.
I've been to Mary's to look at Julian's CCTV cameras when the van was stolen.
Yeah.
And I've been to John's to try and get Jubbly back, which didn't work because I'm too big and scary and she was terrified.
Whose house?
John's.
Oh, John's, yeah.
Oh, Jono.
So, wait, what's the Jubbly story? So you went to...
Oh.
Yeah.
We did have another member, Kenny, but he's
We
not.
did.
Oh, Kenny!
Oh,
Kenny.
Kenny, yeah.
Yeah. But he didn't really click, did he?
No, he wasn't. He
She.
wasn't.
It's actually a she. Kenny is a woman.
She slash
Girls-
She had anal
She had
probes or
anal
something.
pores.
Divers,
Yeah.
not-
Girls loved
Anal
Kenny.
what?
Anal pores.
What does
I mean,
that
Girls
means
did love
you're-
Kenny, yeah.
Girls
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
loved
Yeah.
Kenny.
Oh.
Do you think?
Yeah,
Definitely.
What, you took girls into my room?
Hey, welcome to our house.
There's
This
a
is
lizard.
the weird lizard.
There's a
lives
lizard in the
Katie's
house.
room. Girls love
There's
Kenny.
that really great picture of Kenny, like being held in front of a
I have like a
phone
weird
on reflection
slow-mo
with a
video.
picture of that. With a picture of that.
Oh,
it's
of
like
course.
Kenny in 3.
Oh
And
yeah!
it's really
I like
great.
the picture of Kenny in your little pocket,
Yeah,
and it's like
yeah,
Kenny in your
Oh.
tiny, like the bottom half of your face, like
Yeah.
baby.
Right.
So
That
Kenny
picture's
had
like
to go
ingrained.
Kenny had to
ultimately
go to make way for Jubbly.
to make way for Jubbly.
One in,
Yeah.
one out.
Yeah.
That's
All right,
fine.
meet Kenny.
I
Well,
think
Kenny's
I-
probably still going, right?
Maybe,
Kenny's
maybe
fine.
not.
You did give
We
give her to a child.
To
Right.
11.
No, yeah, but children fucking love pets.
Jubbly's
Yeah.
Kenny is
so
probably
cute.
living
The
Kenny's best life. Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
yeah. Much better life than here.
Nice.
Is Jubbly eyeing up that big window there?
Yeah. No, she's right. She's been up there before.
She's alright.
Right, we'll leave the end. Jobs. I'll bring it closer to the mic. Is there any final comments, by the way?
About Jubbly?
No, just in general. Final comments.
Final comments.
I love you guys, and I love this
Love you
house.
guys.
Oh my god, I love you guys. Love you guys, love John.
Yeah, I think so.
Life-changing
Yeah.
house.
So this is what me and Callum were doing yesterday at the wedding. It's an Asian heart, so we have to do this. It's a heart.
Well, your thumb and your index finger.
Yeah.
Is this the universal sign for Woomba?
Wumba.
Shout out the Woombas.
Let's all get close.
Jubbly.
I'll put Jubbly's stomach next to the mic. Let's have 30 seconds of silence. Okay.
Watties and Woomba.
Poor girl.
Oh.
Say bye, Jobs. Say bye.
Give us a meow.
meow.
We need to get 15 tattooed on her.
On the inside of her ear, look, right here.
You're gonna give us a meow. Come on, you can give us a meow. Give us a meow.
Jubbly, come on, Jubbly, say something. Jubbly.
Yeah.
Yeah! That's the end. Well done,
Well
Jobs.
done, Jubbly.
Good job. Good job.
Good job.
Be your woman.